Hello, this is Ian, your chat hero guide, and in this lesson, we are going to discuss postback. So what are postbacks? Postback are starting points of a section or subsection of a flow that represents a series of chatbot elements that you can use by enabling it through a button element or by action buttons and or keyword triggers. You can also enable it in auto comment reply or form submissions and more. There are two types of postback. One is a regular postback. These are postbacks that you have created in the boot flow builder or the classic editor. And the other one is the OTN postback or the one-time notification postback. These are postback created specifically for the one-time notification as an OTN template. Now, let's go to Chat Hero dashboard and explore postbacks. If you want to manage your postback, you can check the Postback Manager here. So the two types of postbacks are here, the regular postback and the OTN postback. If you want to create an OTN postback, you can create it here also. So if you click the regular postback, here you can manage your postbacks. Of course, you can create with Classic Editor or you can create a postback with both Flow Builder. And all of the postback that you have created are here. Here are their postback name and their postback ID. Postback ID and name are combined to create a unique identifier for the specific postback. So each page has different postback, but you can have probably the same name of postback template, but the ID is different in your account. So here in the postback manager for regular postback, you can get the JSON code for that specific postback that you can use for your Facebook ads. You can also edit that specific postback. You can clone that postback or you can delete it. If you can see here, these are created in the flow builder. There are also other postback that are created in the classic editor, but most of the postback are all created in the flow builder. So the other type of postback is the OTN postback. So these are used to get users to ask for notification beyond 24 hours from them messaging your page. You can manage your OTN postback here or you can create new one by clicking this button. So now let's explore how postback are used. Okay, so in the flow builder, you can see if you create a new flow in the flow builder, as you can see here, if you create a new flow in the flow builder, this is the start boot flow, which is also a postback. And here you can create the title for this specific flow. You can choose which label does the user go when they go through this specific postback, and you can also assign sequence messages here. Okay, and this is the only element in the flow builder that you can't delete, clone, or removed. Okay, all the other postbacks in this flow, you can create new postback here by using this new postback element here. Okay, and you can trigger this. You can also assign sequence and choose labels for those who will undergo this postback. So the start boot flow is also postback. This is the reference point, and the new postback are also kinds of postback, but only the reference point or the start boot flow postback can be triggered by action buttons. So the different action buttons are get started, no much template. These are basic templates that are available in Messenger that you can edit and create a template using the flow builder. The postbacks are mainly used here in the flow builder. As you can see here, all of this in with the reference name, these are all postback. So let's explore how can we call all of this. So you can only use the postback on the same page that they are created. So for example, this start, let's explore this. So as you can see here, this is a postback. This is the reference postback. This is the start of the flow. And there are new postback here, the freelancer tree. So the title of the postback, you can use this to call this specific postback in your other flows. Like for example, um, to call this specific postback, like for example, freelancer tree, if we create a new postback, like for example here, delete this, and let's say let's have a button here, and this button can be used to call a postback button. Let's just assume that, and let's delete this. Okay, let's trigger this flow by keyword and postback. Have the button here. We'll put text first. So all the postback that you've created, for example, in this flow, there are a lot of postback. The start is a postback. The button, the business owner is a postback. This is the name. Okay, and this freelancer is a postback as well. So if we will call them using the button, is click this postback and select ID. Let's say we'll use the start. Okay, so it's here. You can call it that and click OK. So let's add more. Just the postback because that's already created. Select the postback. Let's say free. So here, this one we can call this. Okay, can call more using this button. Okay, so that's an example of postback. So to see how it works, let's save this. Here in the title. So because this is postback, you can also call this in another flow. Okay, click OK. So we'll save this first, then we'll test it. So it's properly saved. You can see here, this postback that we created is already in the flow. So all of this with the reference name, these are postbacks. Okay. So let's test it. Let's go to our page. Okay, so we're not interacting as our profile. Then let's type the keyword postback. Okay, because this flow is triggered by the keyword which is postback, as you can see here. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, this is a postback example. Postback example. So it triggered this flow, and if we'll click this, it will trigger this start uh, this flow. Okay, let's try it. As you can see, it triggered the start flow, and in the postback too. With this, it will start with this. Okay, click this postback to trigger this section right here. Okay, so as you can see in Postback, you can attach trigger to it, like this one, and you can also add sequence, messenger sequence here in the Postback. Okay, so only in Postback you can add triggers and sequence, and only in the Start Boot Flow Postback you can add action button here as a trigger. So let's say, for example, we want to, instead of starting from the start, we want to start from this postback. So what you can do is you can add a trigger here, okay, and another keyword here. And let's say we will trigger it with say new. Okay, okay. So the postback will start here. The flow will start here. We will type a new keyword in the messaging. So first is we will save it. Okay, so it's saved. Now we'll go back here in our page and we will refresh this, and let's test it again. So now when we'll type new, so when we type new, this flow has been triggered, as you can see in this example right here. You can see here when we type the keyword new, our flow started from here. Okay, and later on it will also trigger this sequence. So that is how to create, use, enable, and manage Postback. Now, it's time for you to use it for your bot. See you in the next videos.